Hi everyone, this is Stella and welcome to my channel Stellar Music Theory. Starting November this year, ABRSM will be slowly transitioning their theory exam to an online exam. The new exam is a digital exam to be taken on your computer. With this new change, ABRSM has launched a new series of graded workbooks and answer books known as Discovering Music Theory. I will be going over this series step by step later in my other videos. The format of the digital exam is different from the paper exam. For example, they have removed the requirement to demonstrate accurate copying of music. Instead, there are now more multiple choice questions as well as drag and drop type of questions. The digital exam is out of 75 marks with 50 being passed. A score of 60 or above will be a merit, and 65 or above will be a distinction. You can find sample grade 1 to 5 exams on the ABRSM website. I have also posted a link in the description below so you can download a copy for practice. Today we will go over the grade 5 sample paper of the new online exam. The exam duration is 2 hours, which means you have 2 hours to finish this exam. Total mark is out of 75. 50 is passing, 60 or above is merit, and 65 or above is distinction. This is how page 1 looks like. Question 1. Rhythm. Circle the correct time signature for each of these bars. Here, with 3 questions, question A, question B, and question C. For each question, there are 3 choices. In question A, we have a choice of 9/8 time, 4/4 time, and 7/8 time. 9/8 time is a compound time. The bottom number 8 means quaver. Top number is 9, so we have a total of 9 quavers in 1 bar. 4/4 time, we have 4 at the bottom. The 4 indicates crotchet. Top number is 4, so we have a total of 4 crotchets in 1 bar. 7/8 time is irregular time. Again, we have 8 at the bottom, which indicates a quaver. Top number is 7, so we have a total of 7 quavers in 1 bar. Now we have 8 and 4 at the bottom. We have a choice of using a crotchet or a quaver as a unit. What we can do is we can start with a crotchet. We can try to group the notes in the bar as crotchet, and if we cannot group them as crotchet, we can try quaver. At the beginning here, I have a crotchet, so I can try to use a crotchet here. But right away, I noticed that I have a quaver here, and I have this group of notes here. If I need to use crotchet as a unit, then I will have to join these notes together, but they are not beamed together. So I know that I cannot use crotchet. Instead, I will try to use quaver. So back to the first crotchet. The crotchet can be split into 2 quavers. Then I have a quaver here. Next, this is 1 quaver. And the 2 semi-quaver make 1 quaver. Another set here. Another quaver. Quaver rest. And another quaver rest. Alright, so how many quavers do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 quavers, so the answer is 9/8. Question B. I have a choice of 5/4 time, which is irregular time. Bottom number 4 indicates crotchet. Top number is 5, so I have a total of 5 crotchet in 1 bar. 9/8 time is a compound time. Bottom number 8 shows quaver. Top number is 9. I have a total of 9 quaver in 1 bar. 4/4 time is a simple time. Bottom number 4 indicates a crotchet. Top number is 4, so I have a total of 4 crotchets in 1 bar. The music starts with this. I'm going to draw this here to explain it more clearly. This is what we have. These 2 notes are not split equally. the first note has 2 dots, and the second note has 3 beams. If I split them in half, this is what it looks like. The first note starts with a quaver. The first dot, what is a dot? A dot always represents half of what it follows. So it follows a quaver. A half of a quaver will be a semiquaver. Second dot, again, represents a half of what it follows, which is this semiquaver. Half of semiquaver will be a demi-semiquaver. What we have here is a quaver plus a semiquaver plus a demi-semiquaver. The second half here, we have 3 beams, which is also a demi-semiquaver. So these two together make a semiquaver, and if I join these two together, it makes a quaver, and finally 2 quaver makes a crotchet. So this is just 1 crotchet. Next I have this. First part here is a quaver. Second part here, I have a triplet of 3 semiquaver. Triplet is just a set of 3 notes in the value of 2. So what I need to do is cross out one of them, and it shows 2 semiquaver. 2 semiquaver makes a quaver. 2 quaver together make another crotchet. So basically I have another crotchet here. Cross out the quaver. Next I have this. Again, I'm going to draw it out so you can see it more clearly. I've got this. The first note has 2 beams. There is this semiquaver rest in the middle. If you split in half, you will notice that the second half is just a quaver. The first half, there are 2 semiquaver. So together is a quaver. Combine them together is a crotchet. So this is again a crotchet. This is very straightforward, just a crotchet. So how many crotchets do we have? 1 crotchet, 2 crotchets, 3 and 4 crotchets. So the answer is 4 time. Next, question C. We have a choice of 6/8 time, which is a compound time. Bottom number 8 indicates quaver. Top number is 6, so the value of 6 quavers in 1 bar. 7/8 time is irregular time. Bottom number 8 shows quaver. Top number is 7, so a total of 7 quavers in every bar. Last one is 5/8 time, also irregular time. Bottom number is 8 again, so quaver. Top number 5 shows 5 quavers in every bar. So obviously we have to use quaver instead of crotchet this time because they all have 8 at the bottom. Now we are going to group the notes in quaver. First note is a quaver. 2 semiquaver is a quaver. 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 At the end we have triplet of 3 quavers. All we need to do is cross out 1 if it's a triplet. So we will have 2 quavers here. Let's count how many quavers are there in this bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we will have a total of 7 quavers. The answer is 7/8 time. Question 1.2. Here is a bar in compound time. Which of the following shows the bar above correctly rewritten in simple time? Tick one box. We've got 3 choices here. 1, 2, 3. First, we need to understand the relationship between a compound time and the simple time. I'm going to write a simple chart here. I'll write S as simple and C as compound. If we have number 2, 3, or 4 as the top number, these are simple time. If the top number is 2, it shows that there are 2 main beats in each bar, so it's a duple time. If the top number is 3, it shows 3 main beats in each bar. So it's a triple time. Top number is 4. It shows 4 beats in each bar. So it's a quadruple time. Now for simple time, we can split each main beat into 2 notes or 2 parts. So I'm going to write 2 here. I'm going to just write, this is just an example, like this. I can split a crotchet into 2 quavers. For compound time, I can have a choice of 6 at the top, 9 at the top, or 12 at the top. Now keep in mind, these are not the main beats. So if you have 6/8 time, we have 6 on top and 8 at the bottom. 8 shows quaver. The top number 6 does not show the main beat. Although we do have 6 quaver, or the value of 6 quavers in one bar, 6 is not the main beat. If we write down 6 quavers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here we have 6 quavers in one bar, but because it is a compound time, 6 is not the main beat. What we need to do is we need to divide 6 by 3, because everything can be split into 3 or grouped into 3 in a compound time. So first I'm going to write 3 here. I'm going to draw this as an example. You can have set of 3 quavers, set of 3 semi-quaver. So in the 6/8 time example, we have 6 quavers. We divide the 6 by 3, or group the notes in 3. We will end up having this. 2 sets of 3 quavers. So this is main beat 1, main beat 2. So back to the chart, if we divide 6 by 3, we will end up having 2 main beats, so it's a duple time. If we divide 9 by 3, we will have 3 main beats, and if we divide 12 by 3, we will have 4 main beats. So if the top number is 6, it's a compound duple time. If the top number is 9, it's a compound triple time. And if the top number is 12, it's a compound quadruple time. Back to the 6/8 time example. Now we have a set of 3 quavers. The 3 quavers can be represented by 1 dotted crotchet. Same for the second group, a dotted crotchet. So the dotted crotchet here is the main beat. We have this as one main beat. So we have 2 dotted crotchet in a 6/8 time. I'm going to draw a line here. Now back to the question. Here we are in 12/8 time. 8 indicates a quaver. The top number is 12, so it does show 12 quavers in every bar. But again, this is a compound time. The number 12 does not indicate the main beat, so we do not have 12 main beats in every bar. Instead, we need to first divide 12 by 3, which is here. And that will give us 4, so we have 4 main beats here. What you can do here is find out the 12 quavers first. Here, a crotchet. So this is 2 quaver, 1 quaver. This is 1, 2, 3 quavers. This one, 1 quaver. Crotchet here, 2 quavers. And finally, dotted crotchet is 3 quavers. Next, we are going to group them in 3. So this is your beat 1. This is your beat 2. This is your beat 3. And this is your beat 4. Now, how can we rewrite this 12/8 time melody into a simple time? I'm going to erase this first, so we have some room to explain. For the first set here, I have a group of 3 quavers. So from 12/8 time, I have this 4 sets of 3 quavers or dotted crotchet, if I use one note to represent. In my choices of answers, I've got common time, which is a 4/4 time. So from 12/8 time, I need to change everything to 4/4 time. You will notice that 12/8 is a compound quadruple time. 4/4 is a simple quadruple time. So they are both quadruple, 4 main beats. If I need to change a 12/8 time to 4/4 time, I need to, instead of having 1, 2, 3 as a group, I need to change it to 2 like this. 2, 2, 2, 2. Each set is 1 beat, so I have 4 sets of 2 quavers or 4 crotchet. Now let's look at the first answer here. We have a triplet. So from this, let me change the color. From this here, if I need to change it to a simple time, I cannot have a value of 3 quavers in simple time. In order to change the 3 quavers into 2 quavers, the only way is to make the 3 quavers into a triplet, because in a triplet you always cross out one of the notes. So we end up having a crotchet here, which is correct. All 3 of them have the triplet, so they are all correct. Now let's continue. Next, we have another set of triplet here. From this set of 3 quavers, if we need to change it to 2 quavers, again, we need to change it to a triplet. So again, it is correct. This one is correct as well. But the last one here, we are missing the 3, so it is not triplet, and it is wrong. Next set, we have this here. In order to change it to simple time, we have to make it into a triplet again. So here we do have a triplet, and here we do have a triplet, so they are both correct. And for the last note, we have a dotted crotchet, a rest of a dotted crotchet. You see how we need to change it into a crotchet. First one, we have a dotted crotchet, so it's incorrect. Second one, we have a crotchet, and this is the correct answer. So this is correct. Complete the following 2 sentences by adding a number to each. Question A, in a 6/16 time, 6/16 time, there are how many dotted quaver beats in one bar? This is a dotted quaver beat. 6/16 time is a compound time. Bottom number 16 shows semi-quaver. Top number is 6. So in a bar, we have a value of 6 semi-quaver. So we are going to draw 6 semi-quaver. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 semi-quaver here. And we have to group them appropriately. In compound time, everything is grouped in 3. So I'm going to join the first 3 semi-quavers together like this. 2 beams. Same for the second group, 2 beams. 3 semi-quavers make 1 dotted quaver. How many dotted quaver do I have here? 1, 2. And the answer is 2. Question B, a brief is equal to how many crotchets? We know this is a crotchet. What is a brief? If you do not remember what a brief is, you probably know what a semi-brief is. Semi-brief is an oval, is 4 beats. A brief, now this is semi-brief. Semi means half. So 4 is a half of a brief. This is what a brief is. A brief is twice as much as a semi-brief, so it's 8. A brief is equal to 8 crotchets. Question 1.4. Tick one box to show which bar is grouped correctly. Here we need to understand the general rule of note grouping. We are in 9/4 time. Bottom number 4 shows crotchet. Top number is 9, so we have a total of 9 crotchets in every bar. Let's draw out 9 crotchets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 1 bar. Now, since the top number is 9, it indicates a compound time. In compound time, the top number does not show the main beat, so we do not have 9 main beats. Remember, in compound time, we always need to group them in 3. So I'm going to group them in 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So you can see clearly that we have 3 main beats here. 9 divided by 3 would be 3 main beats. Each of these 3 crotchets can be combined or indicated by a dotted minim. So the main beat here is a dotted minim, and I have 3 dotted minim in 1 bar. This is beat 1, this is beat 2, this is beat 3. Beat 1 is always the strongest beat in triple time. So I have a strong, followed by a weak, followed by a weak. Now the basic rule of grouping notes is I want to group the notes so then I can see the main beat like this, this, and this. This is how I would like to group the notes together. Next, I will also group the notes according to the strength of the note. The rule is I can combine or group together a strong beat followed by a weak beat like this. So I can group beat 1 and 2 together, but I cannot group the weak beat together. Or let's say if I continue here, I have 1, next bar, 2, 3. This is my beat 1, 2, 3, or my strong, weak, weak. I cannot group the weak to a strong or across the bar. Now going back to the music, I'm going to find the 9 crotchets in the bar. This is the first crotchet. 2 quaver is 1 crotchet. Crotchet. 4 of these makes 1 crotchet. 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 And at the end here I have 1, 2, 3 crotchet. I'm going to group them according to the main beat. Here, this is my first main beat. I'm going to erase this here. Next I have 1 crotchet, 2 crotchet, and 3 crotchet like this. And finally this one by itself is a main beat. This is already grouped according to the beat. There is a tie here because you are not supposed to join these 2 together because they belong to 2 different beats and it should be correct. We're going to check the rest. Next, here we have a crotchet. Again, 2 quavers, 1 crotchet. This together is a crotchet, crotchet, and here I have 1, 2, 3, 4 is a semi-brief. Alright, I'm going to group them according to the main beat. I have 1, 2. This 1 crotchet, 2 crotchet, and the third one is here. Now, you can see that this crotchet is joined to this main beat, and you're not supposed to do that, so it's incorrect. Next, crotchet, 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 and this 4 together should be a crotchet. But you see these 4 semiquavers, they are supposed to be beamed together, and they are not beamed together here in this example, so it is incorrect. So the correct answer is the top one. Next, 1.5. Tick across each box to show whether the rests are correct or incorrect. Here, we're dealing with the grouping of rests. The rests are grouped in a very similar way as the notes. We have 3/4 time, which is a simple time. Bottom number 4 shows crotchet. So we have 3 main beats. Each main beat is a crotchet. Can be shown like this, 1, 2, 3. Split everything into 2, 1, 2, 3. This is beat 1, beat 2, beat 3, beat 1, beat 2, beat 3. Again, the basic rule is to group them according to their main beat, which is 1, 2, 3 like this. First beat is strong beat, second and third are weak beat, strong, weak, weak for 3/4 time. Strong and weak can be combined together. Weak and strong cannot be combined together. Weak and weak cannot be combined together. So that's the basic rules. Let's go back to the music. We're going to group the notes in crotchet. This too is a crotchet. And let's say, okay, you're a bit confused with what's happening here. Go to the end of the bar, go backward like this. You will notice that this is a crotchet. We are in 3/4 time. This is beat 1, this is beat 3. So this bunch of notes has to be one crotchet in order to be correct. We have a semiquaver note followed by a semiquaver rest and a quaver. It is correct. Now if it is written like this instead, let's say we have this semiquaver. Now what is written? Semiquaver rest and a quaver rest. If I use notes to represent, this is a semiquaver, semiquaver, and 2 semiquaver here. I'll join them up with 2 beams. 1, 2, like this. If in the example it's written as this, and if they join these 3 together, then it will be incorrect. Next bar, we have a quaver note and a quaver rest. So that's one crotchet. And here, let's say you don't know what's going on again. Back to the end of the bar, go backward. We've got this. This is a crotchet. So beat 1 here, beat 3 here. And here, does it look anything like a crotchet? We have semiquaver followed by this. And this is not a crotchet, because if you split the crotchet into 2 parts, you have 2 quavers. But this one here, the rest here, is not a quaver rest, it's a semiquaver rest. The triplet 3 parts needs to be equal, so this is incorrect. Put a cross here. Last bar, we have a crotchet, that's beat 1, and another crotchet, beat 2. Then we have this at the end, a semiquaver rest followed by 3 semiquavers, which makes a crotchet, so it is correct. Question 2 is on pitch. Take question 2.1. Take one box to show the name of this note. Here we have tenor, clef, and the middle C is this line here. So let's write out C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C on your scrap paper. This is C, and we just need to count down. So C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C, B, and A. So this would be A. Another way to do it is, first I'm going to erase all these. I'm going to use treble clef as a reference here. This note in treble clef is D. So D is now becoming C. This is C. I'm going to find the lower D in treble clef, which is here. So this is my D in treble clef. This is my D falling down to middle C, falling down to B. This is my B in treble clef. I need to go down one step, and the answer will be A. So you can use either way, or you can use one way to double check. Another way to do it is to use treble clef as a reference. Another way to do it is to use treble clef as a reference. So first, I'm going to erase all these. In treble clef, this would be D, and now in alto clef, it becomes a C. So I'm going to find the lower D in treble clef, which is here. So this is D, falling down to C, falling down to B. This is B in treble clef. Go down one step. This is A. You can use either way, or you can use the treble clef way to double check your answer. Question 2.2. Take one box to show the correct enharmonic equivalent of this note. What is this note? In treble clef, this is F-A-C-E, so E. Enharmonic means another note that sounds exactly the same as E, so same pitch as E, but is named differently. If you write two letters before and after E, they will be D and F. So E can be called D double sharp or F flat. Let me draw a keyboard to show you why. It's very easy to create your own keyboard in the exam. So shade them black. Two black keys and three black keys. This is C, D, E, F, G, A, B. So let's find E. This is where E is. This is D. If I go up a half step from D, I'll be here. This is D sharp. So I'm going up. But D sharp is not the same as E. I need to go up another half step. So from D sharp, I need to go to double sharp. D double sharp will be the same as E. Going from F, if I go down a half step, it will be the same as E. Going down a half step from F would be F flat. So the answer is either D double sharp or F flat. So let's look at our choices here. First one, I've got a D sharp. Second one, I have a F flat. And the last one here, I have F. So the answer is F flat. Next, 2.3. Here is a bar written for the clarinet in A. This bar has been transposed down a minor third to be at concert pitch. So down a minor third. There are some mistakes. Put a tick or cross underneath the key signature and each note to show whether each is correct or incorrect. First of all, we need to understand what a minor third is. I'm going to draw a keyboard again. C, D, E, F, G, A, B. So if I need to go down a minor third, I need to go down 3 semitones. Semitone is the closest distance between any two keys, so a half step. Now I like to usually draw one more set of 2 black keys, which will make it easier to use. Going to the music, my first note here is D, second note is a B flat, third note is a A, and fourth note is a E. Check the key signature. First sharp is F sharp, second sharp is C sharp. They do not apply to any of these 4 notes. First note is D, so we are going to find D on the piano. This is D. A third is an interval, so you are going down the interval of a third. From D, it will bring you to B. When you are working with letter name in theory, you always count the letter you start with. For example, I'm starting with D here. Count D. D going to C is a second. C going to B is another second. So D going to B will be a third. So my first note has to be some kind of a B. And next, from B, here, go down a third, it will be G. So I have to go down to some kind of a G. Next, from A, which is here, I need to go down a third to F, some kind of a F. And last note is E. From E, I need to go down to some kind of a C. Next, I'm going to look at the answer. First, I'm going to name the notes. First note is already named, it's a B. Second note here, I have a G, natural. Next, I have a F, natural. And finally, I have a C. If I look at the key signature, I have F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, and D sharp. So I need to add a sharp next to C. It is a C sharp. Now I need to decide whether each of these notes are going down a third. First, let me erase it and explain what a minor third is. So let's say for the first one, I'm going from D to B. I need to go down 3 semitones. So starting on D, I'm going to use another color. From D going here, this is 1 semitone. Here to C is 2 semitone. And to B, that will be my third semitone. You will notice that when you are counting in semitone, because you're counting a distance, you do not count the first note. D, I go down to C sharp, so I do not count D, and C followed by B. So B is my destination. I need to go to B. Let's check if we are having a B here. Yes, we do have a B, so it is correct. Next, from a B flat here, I'm going to go down 3 semitones. B flat is this note here. Go down 1, 2, 3. That will bring me to G natural. So the answer is correct. Next, from A, I'm going to do the same thing. So A, I will go down to 1 semitone, 2 semitone, 3 semitone. So I should be on F sharp. In the answer here, we have F natural is incorrect. Last one, we start on E, which is here. From E, go down 3 semitone, 1, 2, 3. I should be on C sharp. And they do have a C sharp here, so it is correct. And finally, I'm going to look at the key signature. At the top here, I have F sharp and C sharp. That will be D major. So from D, again here, D, or D here, I need to go down 3 semitone. 1, 2, 3. That should bring me to B major. In the key of B major, there are 5 sharps. F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp. But here, I only have 4 sharps, so it is incorrect. Question 2.4. Compare bars A, B, and C, then circle true or false for each of these statements. So we have a A, we have a B, and we have a C. Question A and B are at the same pitch. Is it true or false? Here we're going to use middle C as a reference. We have treble clef, and middle C is 1 ledger line below the staff. The first note is E flat, followed by D, G, B, B. For B, we in bass clef. Middle C would be ledger line above. This is E flat, D, G, B, B. For C, we have alto clef. Middle C is the third line here. So C, D, E. Again, this is E flat, this is D, this is C, E, G, so G. This is below C, so it's B, B. They all have E flat, D, G, B, B. A here, E flat is above middle C. B here, E flat is below middle C, so they are not the same pitch. Pitch means they sound exactly the same. So false. Question B, here B is 1 octave lower than C. This E flat here is the E flat below middle C, and this E flat here is the E flat above middle C. So B is 1 octave lower than C. True. Question C. C is 1 octave higher than A. A here, again, E flat. This is the E flat above middle C. C here, this is also the E flat above middle C. So they actually have the same pitch. The statement is C is 1 octave higher than C, so it is incorrect. False. This is the end of part 1. If you like my video and find it useful, please click like and subscribe to my channel. I'll be posting different videos regularly. Stay tuned and see you next time.